Hi, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker, happening in Fulton. A busy week at the Georgia State Capitol. Fulton's Intergovernmental Affairs Division Manager, Fran Calhoun, has more.
Hello, this is Fran Calhoun from the Department of External Affairs with the latest update from the Georgia State Capitol. Legislators are halfway to crossover day, which is Legislative Day 28, when all bills must be passed from one legislative chamber to the other. This week, a joint session of the legislature met for the annual State of the Judiciary address. Georgia Supreme Court Chief Justice David Namias provided an update on the continuing case logs impacting the state's courts due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Chief Justice shared the Supreme Court's strong support for mental health programs and related funding, and also highlighted the importance of the state's accountability courts that place to seek persons charged with primarily low-level offenses in treatment, rehabilitation, or other programs that would help them to improve their lives and not to return to the justice system. Of course, with the Georgia Supreme Court's vocal support for mental health funding and reforms, all three branches of Georgia's state government are aligned to make broad changes to our current mental and behavioral health programs and services. Justice Namias also noted the efficiencies that the court system has gained using virtual technology for many judicial proceedings, such as first appearance hearings, indicated that the courts would seek to continue some proceedings in the virtual space on a permanent basis. And finally, Justice Namias applauded Fulton County's efforts to reduce court case logs by investing $75 million of federal ARPA funding to support the county's court system. Justice Namias encouraged other counties around the state to make the same investment at the appropriate levels for those respective areas. On the redistricting front, the legislature is expected to wrap up the final redistricting bills within the next 2 to 3 legislative days. All bills will be sent immediately to the governor for signature, and new district lines with all of the new election precincts will be forwarded to the Secretary of State for a rapid data upload in preparation for the beginning of the 2022 election cycle, which starts with the qualifying period for candidates on March 7. And speaking of elections, we see that about 90 new election bills have been introduced, but we don't see a great deal of action there. There may only be a couple of bills with technical changes to Senate Bill 202, the Omnibus Elections Bill, which was passed last year, that may see some action. We are pleased to note that House Appropriations Committee Chairman Terry England announced this week that his committee has placed $2.6 million in the amended 2022 budget for the Secretary of State's office to reimburse counties for creating and mailing updated election precinct cards to voters. Of course, this process is required by state law after each decennial census and redistricting occurs. So we're hopeful that legislators will maintain and not reduce that appropriation as the bill progresses through the legislative process, although this amount is about $400,000 less than the appropriation request from the Secretary of State for this purpose. So we hope to have more good news to share in our next taping and appreciate you listening. Thanks for having me today.
That's just some of what's happening in Fulton. To stay connected, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where you can also see us on our YouTube channel anytime. So do us a favor and subscribe.